Today is Monday, March 24th, and I think today is the day that we get back into regular vlogging and filming and stuff. Honestly, I miss it. I think I'm finally at a place where I'm not as busy. As of today, I'm still behind on a few videos that I really want to push out before I even upload this one. I need to finish editing my Korea trip part 2, then my Japan trip, and I really want to get back onto like present day timeline in terms of uploading. I think not uploading in like a timely manner, like filming it and then trying to edit it like months later, feels really disconnecting. At the end of the day, I'm actually really glad that I chose to film that trip in those moments because I forgot a lot already. But editing it feels like a little bit of a chore, I think, because I have this want now of wanting to film things that are happening in my life now and not things that happened 6 months ago. So I just need to get through it. So I actually went grocery shopping yesterday, but I still have a few things that I'm worried are gonna go bad. That includes these strawberries and this huge grapefruit. I've actually never seen a grapefruit like this, but this is actually from a relative's like tree that they own, which is pretty cool. Or I'm gonna wash and cut up these fruits and just eat that as a snack. I just realized I don't actually need to wash this because I'm not eating the skin. But I should wash these. I'm like low-key proud of myself because this is like the first time in a while where I've actually finished a large batch of strawberries that I bought without any of them going bad. This is a really odd shape. I don't remember grapefruits being this wide. It's okay. I think it'll still taste good. It really looks like a giant lemon, but it does taste like a grapefruit. Okay, this is kind of huge. I cut this one really bad, but it's okay. I'm gonna eat a strawberry first. I actually have a canker sore right here, so I'm trying to avoid touching it with food or anything. The strawberries are really good. I think the grapefruits might actually be, hold on, the citrus got in my canker sore. The grapefruit is actually just as sweet as the strawberries, but it's really cool to know that my relatives grew this from a tree and gave it to me so that I could eat it as well. Just the thought of where it comes from for some reason makes me really happy eating it. So it's been a couple days since I last filmed, but that is because I finally finished my part 2 of my Korea video. I am so happy that it's done and over with. Now I can finally work on the last video that is travel related, and it's going to be in Japan, and I'm so excited because that one I haven't actually touched, I think, at all. Thank you. We got a treat. I guess today is the day I'll try this matcha spread. It is made with Japanese green tea and butter. I also have this black sesame spread that I'm obsessed with, but I am a little sad because I can't find this one anymore in the market. This is the company name. I haven't tried any other black sesame spreads because I like this one so much, and I don't know if I'll find a black sesame spread that I like as much as this one. It has so few ingredients. It literally says black sesame, sugar, palm oil, honey, salt. I don't usually like nutty spreads. I don't like almond butter, sun butter, peanut butter, those kinds of things, but this is really good. I will be adding salted butter because salted butter tastes a lot better than unsalted when you're making toast. Anyway, I guess I'll be eating both of these because I really do want to try this matcha spread, but can't go wrong with my black sesame spread either. So, as you saw, I made that humongous pot of soup last night. This is it this morning. I don't have a recipe for it, but it's essentially chicken soup, but with tomato paste and some tomatoes. So it's like a tomatoey chicken soup. So I will be flying out to a convention in literally 2 weeks. I have been working on things, just I haven't finished working on anything. I guess I can show you my works in progress. So this is probably the closest to being done. So as you can see, it's fan art of Spirited Away. I have done some rendering and some coloring, but I'm just really unhappy with how it's turning out. At the same time, I think I'm being a little too harsh on myself, and I'd rather get it done before the convention so that I can actually have prints of these. The next one is another fan art. So if you don't know, this is also fan art. This is fan art of Dungeon Meshi. It's an anime, but it was originally comic, and I actually read all of it and have watched all of it up to however far it's gotten. However, as you can see, I'm still in the line art phase. I haven't even finished doing the final line art of everyone, but this one was probably in work for months, and it was a rough ride, to say the least. I went through a lot of phases with this where I wanted to give up because I really thought, like, I can't make this look good. It's so bad. I'm not good enough to make things in perspective. I'm not good enough to make these characters look good. I was having a lot of issues making the whole thing look cohesive because this is a very full illustration with 5 characters, which is a lot. Plus I'm adding in food, I'm doing perspective. There's a lot of other objects that aren't just like humans that I need to add and also figure out how to make it all look good. However, I am starting to see my vision come to life. I just booked a haircut appointment for tomorrow. As you can see, my hair is just really long. I get a little nervous thinking about how much to cut, but I do think at least a couple inches is necessary. Maybe like this much. Oh, I look a little scary. Hold on. The person did curl it. I've never had it so curly before. Do you like my new hair? Okay, so I actually didn't film this. I was baking yesterday and I made a matcha tiramisu for the first time. I'm very familiar with making cream, so I think that turned out well. I couldn't find lady fingers, so I went with vanilla wafers, which are just like a vanilla like wafer cookies. I think overall it still is really good. Would have preferred the lady fingers just because they're thicker and like spongier, but it does taste really good. My only wish was that there's more of a matcha taste, which again I think really has to do with not using lady fingers, because I think a lady finger would have soaked up more of that matcha. Oh yeah, and then I didn't use any liqueur, which is recommended for almost any tiramisu recipe, which gives it like this kick. So I just checked my mail. I got a delivery. I lost my original hydro flask, which was very, very sad, but my friend got me a new one for my birthday. Thank you. It's so cute! I know this looks huge, and it is, but I promise it's mostly vegetables, or at least half. So we've got pico de gallo that I made a few days ago, so also trying to finish this off on a bed of spring greens. We've got our bell pepper strips, the sausages, and then this is where the eggs are. Okay. I think this is the bread flour. This cake flour. Oh! 1 tablespoon. Okay, the scariest ingredient for me is the yeast. Okay, so yesterday the dough was not correct, so I tried remaking it today, and I realized that the consistency was also too dry, too crumbly. So this time, instead of just trying to continue to net it, because I thought that was the issue, and I thought it was potentially the yeast that was the issue, and I don't think it was me over netting or under netting. So I used a different recipe. It still came out crumbly, so this time I added more liquid, so I added more warmed up milk, and that definitely made a difference. I think it had to do with the type of flour I've used, because I find that whenever I use Japanese branded flours, even though it's the right type of flour, so I use mostly bread flour with like a hint of cake flour, I find that it's just different. Like something about it is just different from like what the recipes are using. I think that's the issue. So anyway, did it again, and it is more successful this time. Like it's actually edible, but let me just show you. So this is the first one I made, and it's clearly popped open. However, when you look at the bread, like this bread is actually really good. And I think it might be slightly undercooked, but you can see that it's like fluffy, bouncy. Definitely a little bit too much dough, and then too thin up here. This is the second one I made. I might have overcooked it because it's a little dark, but this side actually looks okay. And yeah, so I'm having an issue with the dough separating, which you can see is happening on this one. But you know, that first bite was actually very good. Like the taste of the bread itself is good. Obviously, it's not perfect. I mean, I'm sure if a pro baker were to taste it, they'd probably say like it's underproofed, overproofed, not mixed enough, something like that. But taste wise, it's good. All right, let's do a taste test. We'll taste the first one. I know I technically already took a bite, but like I didn't really get the filling. So color wise, this is definitely the best, but this one split open the most. Okay, so the taste of the bread itself is really good. It's like fluffy, a little bit chewy. It kind of reminds me of like Korean corn dog taste. I added milk and sugar, which gives it that milky bread taste. And then like the panko on the side is very reminiscent of Korean style corn dogs. The filling is fine. I mean, it's just your regular Japanese like box curry stuff. Well, I just ate 3 curry breads. I'll be honest, I don't think that was worth I know I run into a lot of problems when I try to bake anything that's in the like bread-ish category. So anything with like yeast and like bread flour, I run into a lot of issues and it never comes out right. I am glad I pushed myself to do it again, to make a second attempt, and I think it was okay, but like, was it worth? Cost-wise, I don't actually know if it was worth. I had to run my dishwasher once, and I'll probably have to do it again today. It doesn't really make sense for me to make it that often as like a single person. Like I wasted a lot of dough because of my inexperience. I don't know if curry pon is considered like beginner friendly recipe. You would think so, like it doesn't really use that many ingredients, but adding something inside a bread, for some reason, every time I've tried doing that, it just like doesn't work very well. For now, I think I'm just going to support my local business and go to the Japanese bakery and buy curry pon there instead of trying to make it. There are some things that I just can't make myself very well, and bread is one of them. Hello, long time no vlog. It's actually been a month and a half maybe since I last vlogged. I don't really know what happened there, but actually I think I do know. I was extremely busy from mid-May till maybe first to second week of June, and then I got a flat tire, ran over this huge nail. It was my first time ever doing that, and then the day that I ran over the nail was the day that I started feeling sick, and now I'm still sick. So that was what, a week ago. So it's been a rough month and a half, let me just say that. So I got another haircut. They cut off a lot of length, which made me a little bit sad, but I will say I do notice a difference. Like my ponytail doesn't feel like it's weighing down my scalp. I got a new phone the same day I got a haircut actually. So this is the iPhone 16, the blue color, which I am still getting used to, but so far the phone has been pretty awesome. It's been really nice to have a new phone that lasts more than 4 hours without needing to charge. So I listed my jellyfish phone charms for the first time online. I typically only sold them in person, so I never even attempted to sell them online, but I think they did well. I put them up I think 2 or 3 days ago, and I got an order for 2 jellyfish phone charms, so I do need to pack those. But I am still sick. I'm vlogging now just because I think I'm close to getting better, and I feel like I have time to like actually film and do things for myself instead of just like working and being sick and laying down. Yeah, I don't know if I feel totally well enough to walk to the post office today and drop off this order, because I don't feel too good. Alright, okay, so let me show you the jellyfish phone charms. So these are all the new ones that I've made. We've got pink, blue, and white ones. And I did end up going with the same designs and making a couple of them. So they're all a little bit similar. So the order got 2 of the blue ones. I think this one and then this one. My personal favorites are the white ones. So I have 4 jellyfish with this glass jellyfish head or cap part, and then I have a couple, I think maybe like 2 with this like plastic part, which I like as well, and it has like a little moon charm, and they all feature these glass teardrop beads on the end, which is pretty. And I love these teardrop glass beads so much, and I'm glad I used them in these designs because they're my favorite to use. But yeah, I'm very pleased with my jellyfish charms and how my design for them has been improving, but yeah. Okay, so I was kind of dying after rambling for 10 minutes, which definitely means that I am still sick. I'm still a little bit sick today, but I think I am on the healing process. Like, I'm getting a little bit better each day instead of just staying sick, which is good. But my sense of smell slash taste is coming back, but I just want to show you how I check that progress. I didn't lose my sense of smell completely until maybe like the 3rd or 4th day that I was sick, and this is how I check. So this is probably the strongest smelling thing that I can sniff without sneezing, like without like hurting myself, I guess. So yeah, this is garlic powder. Very pungent, right? So the first day that I couldn't smell, I like sniffed this and I got nothing. There was nothing. Now, today I can sniff it and it does kind of hurt my nose a little because it is very strong, but I can definitely get some garlic smell. So it's getting better. But yeah, this is how I check without like sniffing, like, I don't know, what else is a really strong smell? Like actual garlic. But I'm feeling better today, so let's go pack the order. I think this was the order. Were these 2 jellyfish phone charms or keychains. Let's see. Let's add some in here. Oh. Oops.
What the dog doing?
Yeah. I want the stars to fill in the space but not smush the actual phone charm so it's like sticking out. But I think it's pretty good. So here I am making my eggs and I want a spatula, right? Gets overcooked because what happens? The drawer is stuck. And I ripped the handle off. So the reason the drawer got stuck is because my tongs had opened up inside, so they're like this, blocking it and jamming it. So I spent like 30 minutes getting it out, and I'm gonna screw it back in now and hope that it stays intact. Lean the ground beef. Okay. So this is the fries I'm using. I'm using my air fryer. Sorry if there's any Italians, but I'm making a one-pot pasta.